Hi, and welcome to the next chapter, Understanding the MT4 Platform. It's said that a man that cuts a tree with a blunt axe will take forever to cut it down. A man that knows how to utilize the same tool properly and knows that it needs to be sharp in order to cut the tree down will get the job done quicker. The same is said for your trading platform. You can't trade if you don't even know how to use a trading platform. If you don't know how to use a trading platform, we best suggest you first learn how to operate it. Our broker XM.com offer multiple videos on how to operate the trading platform efficiently. Use the link below to view the MT4 platform videos, or we've ideally put together a few videos for you to use for yourself. With that, let's jump into it. After downloading your MT4 platform, it will basically set up very basic as what it comes standard from the broker itself. Now, we've got to keep in mind, guys, that MT4 is a universal platform, so it can be used across multiple forms for all traders. That's currencies, indices, stocks, indexes, it's everything. Okay, so basically let's get down into the nitty-gritty of how to use your trading platform. First of all, each trading platform will pop up here with 4 blocks. We can ideally just close all these 4 by clicking on the X arrows, X over there on the little corner, I mean. So then if say for instance you want to go now blank screen, completely blank, okay, you ideally have to add a chart because that's how we trade. So you go to what we call the market watch up top here, the little green and red little arrow in a white box. That's our market watch. We go right click on any pair, we go down to show all, and then ideally that shows you all the pairs and commodities, etc., that you can actually trade that XM offer. Now, to add a chart onto your terminal itself, you simply click on, let's say, EURUSD. We right click on that, we go to chart window, we add it, and then we simply maximize it by the size. Now you have a chart in your window. Okay, so basically it's very plain, we can't even see the candles or anything like that, but now we actually close our market watch. First things first is that we gonna go through all the tools that are rest over here with you now. This over here is also called the create a new. If you hover your mouse actually over any icon, it will tell you exactly what it is. So if you hover your mouse over the first one, that's create a new chart. You can also add pairs from here as well. Okay, so let's go back to EURUSD for this example. Then we get what we call profiles. We'll get into that a little bit later. Market watches we've been through. A data window, don't worry about that. Navigator, we'll also get into that a little bit later, but it is here that shows your indicators and expert advisors, etc. You simply close by clicking on the X at the top. Then you get what we call the terminal. Now the terminal is where all your trading happens. Okay, all your open trade positions, you can see this is just a demo account that we've opened just for this example. Now when your trades are running, they'll be running through this process. You'll see what trade you've entered, what time, the size, the symbol, the price, your stop loss value, your TP value, the prices that it's now, the commissions or swaps, and the profit or loss that the trade is running in. Okay, so basically this is your little home in your trading terminal. Then we also have what we call our account history. This tells us all the trades that we have placed during this period of time, and obviously it calculates your profit and loss for you, how much you deposited and how much you've withdrawn. So basically to close that, you can either double click over here and it goes minimized like that, or you simply just double click on those faint little lines again and it appears. Or if you want to close it, you have to click the X arrow, the X, sorry, I keep calling it arrow. It's the X at the top there and it deletes it. To make it reappear, you simply click on the terminal above again. So basically for this example we're going to be taking it away. Then you get a strategy tester. Don't worry about that for now, it's more about automated trading. Then you get what we call a new order. You can either place your orders here, but we don't like doing that. We like to ideally to place orders, to place it via this one-click trading terminal. On the first time opening your one-click trading terminal, you'll see it say buy or sell. Just click on anything for the meantime, and you'll be prompted to a one-click trading disclaimer. Simply press I accept these terms and conditions, and you press OK. Now you can actually access the terminal using this way. You'll see that the lot size allocation is in the middle here with one lot at the moment. You can change it simply by clicking what you want to put it on, and then you can simply press buy or sell, and then you can use that. To close it again, you simply click on the arrow up top and it's good to go. The next thing is auto trading. We don't use that, so it's not necessary. Then we get what we call a bar chart and a candlestick chart and a line chart. This obviously is our zoom in button, zoom in function, and this is our zoom out function. Okay, so with that we can now go on to our scroll. So if you want to take your savings, you want to scroll the chart with your mouse, you can, or click and drag across the screen. If you take these things off, it allows you to scroll across to see previous data. But if you don't want it to scroll, you can see here, it will simply shoot me back to the beginning. It automatically scrolls for me. Okay, so then we have the indicator list, which tells you what indicators you can choose from, your time period, but we don't use that, and then obviously your templates. We get into that a little bit later. Then you can see that you can, if you select these faint little lines by these boxes, you can actually move it and you can make the chart tiny bit bigger, which is actually quite nice. Then also we're going into the toolbars now. So obviously we've selected our cursor here, that's obviously just a standard mouse, and then we got what we call a crosshair. This measures pips. If you get into, we'll get into that a little bit later, but obviously this is an example showing the toolbars and what we use. Then we got a a vertical line, which basically you click and drag and you release the mouse button again to actually deselect it. To select it again, all you simply do is double click on the item, press delete, and it's done. Then you also get what we call a trend line. Now a trend line is something you place vertically. We don't like to use the trend lines like this. We like to use, so you double click on the red line, you go right click, trend line properties, you go down to parameter tab, and you tick the ray off. Okay, what that does is it allows you then to control where you'd like to place your trend lines. Okay, you can drag your trend line anywhere you want. Before it was done, it's pre-selected that way. It was not a good setting to have, so we suggest you use this method. To delete it, you simply double click on the red line, right click, delete, and it's deleted. Then we got what we call the equidistant channels. We don't really use that, so don't worry about that for now. For Fibonacci retracements, we've got our Fibonacci tool here. We'll get into that a little bit later as well, and the settings for it. But anything that you want to use on MT4, guys, you've got to click and drag. Okay, so double click to edit, right click, delete. Okay, don't forget, it's click once, hold down, drag. Even trend lines, horizontal lines, all of that. Okay, horizontal line, same story. To move it, you have to click on it, hold the mouse button down, and drag it. So now we can go, if it's deselected, you double click it, delete, done. Then we got what we call the text drawers. Okay, this text, ideally you can place it anywhere on the chart. You can choose a color that you want your writing in. You can ideally go whatever you want there, and it'll be there. Simply to delete it, you double click on it, right click, delete. This little text bar also same story, but I don't like to use that. I prefer to use the draw text. Okay. Then we go with just like normal thumbs that you can place anywhere randomly on the charts. You want to make it bigger, you simply go to your sizes, arrow properties, and you can just make the sizes bigger. But we don't really use that, so it's not necessary. Then we get what we call our time charts. Okay, so MN stands for monthly. If you just hover the mouse over it, it'll tell you everything. W1 stands for weekly, D1 stands for daily, H4 stands for 4 hour, H1 stands for 1 hour, M30 stands for 30 minutes, and 15 minutes, or M15 stands for 15 minutes, M5 for 5 minutes, and M1 for 1 minute. Okay, so basically it's very simple to understand. Monthly, weekly, daily, 4 hour, 1 hour, 30 minute, 15 minute, 5 minute, 1 minute. And obviously these charts are all the same. Okay, it's the same chart, just different segments of the chart according to the time frame. All the same charts. This little section here on the monthly is what I'm looking at here on the 4 hour, but we'll get into that and how to understand that better later. So how do we set up our charts? First of all, anywhere on the chart, go right click, go down to properties. Now we go to common, and we show we say show grid, we turn that off. Press OK. Now you can see all the faint squiggly lines are gone, which is great. Now we go up to this, what we call the candlesticks, and we select that. Then what we want to do is we want to zoom in to what we're actually seeing. So we zoom in once. Now you can actually see the definition of the candles, which is vitally important. Next step is to hover your mouse over one of the candles, any candle, right click, go to properties, you go to colors. Now this is where it's all a matter of preference on what you like. I personally like to use a darker background with red and green candles because staring at a white chart all day actually hurts your eyes. So for a brief, keep it like this: bar up, lime; bar down, red; bull candle, lime; bear candle, red; line graph, make it yellow, and then you simply press OK. Now all your charts have been saved, or your bars, your candlesticks have been changed to red and green like I like it. Then guys, what you need to start adding is a box, a rectangle. So at the toolbar at the top, on the letter A, just right click, go to customize, and then you scroll down on the left hand column and you'll see there's a rectangle. You simply click that and you press insert, and then you press close. Now you'll see that there's a rectangle bar appeared at the top right. To draw one of those, you simply select it, you hold the mouse down and you drag it across. You can draw the box as many times as you want, so go like that. Now we just want to edit the color of the box. We double click on a corner, we go right click, rectangle properties, and preferably I like to make a lighter color, so here's steel blue. Still blue color, but it's fine. Okay, so to select the box, you can either double click in the middle or on the corners. To move the box as a whole, you can just drag it like such. Okay, we use this for support and resistance or supply and demand, so it's a very important tool. With that, you can just say right click, delete, and then we'll be gone. So that's pretty much a setup for the platform, guys, but there's not much to it. Just play around, be easy, just take your time. Another thing is that you probably want to save a profile and a template. So after you've done all your work here, you've actually got to save a template and a profile. Now they're not the same thing. If you go right click and you go down to templates, and so let's say you want to save the templates and just give it any name. Let's just call it Fundafix, and then you press save. So say now you want to go to a new chart. You don't need to go through that whole process again. You simply go right click, templates, Fundafix, and it's done for you. No running around like a headless chicken trying to do 30 charts. It's done for you one time. Now with that, you can go back to USD. Now we have what we call a save profile as button. I hope everyone remembers what Microsoft Word used to be like. If it never used to have an auto save. Same with your trading platform. You have to save it manually. How you do that is you simply go to the icon where it says default. If you're on a Mac, you have to go to File, Profiles, Save As. If you're on a normal PC and Windows, which we highly suggest, you go to Default, Save Profile As, and you simply write a name. So save Fundafix. Now your works, let's say you add charts onto here, lines, whatever you want to do, it's stuck on it's there. Now you just simply you've adjusted your chart, like I said about old Microsoft Windows. Now you have to save it. You simply go to the name Fundafix at the bottom, save profile as, select your name, okay, overwrite, yes, so it's saving the new work, done. So now your work is saved. So now if your PC turns off, but your work is saved, you're fine. Simply, like I said before, to remove everything, double click on everything, right click, delete, select all, done. So now it's very, very simple, guys. It's not too difficult. But yeah, a template, like I said, it allows you to upload a template. Profiles is like a save as button on my old Microsoft Word. So yeah, guys, with that, it's very, very simple MT4. There's nothing complicated about it. Obviously adding indicators and stuff, we're going to get into that a little bit later, but this is the basic platform setup. So for now, that's all you need to be using is this. So right, with that you can move on to the next chapter.